Welcome back. We've got an inspiring story that began in Santo Domingo and grew into a hospitality empire that celebrates culture, connection, and flavor right here in Washington, D.C. She's bringing the vibrancy of the Caribbean to the nation's capital, one cafecita at a time. Dominican-born restaurateur Daniella Senior, the founder of Colada Shop, is here to tell us more. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. It's really a pleasure.
Of course. I don't know anyone in Washington who doesn't know Colada Shop, of course. And really, there was even one out by me in Loudoun County. You have grown. How many shops do you have now?
7.
Wow.
7, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. Tell us a little bit more about your personal journey from Dominican Republic to Washington, D.C.
Yeah, I started at a very young age. I was 13 years old when I started my first business in Dominican Republic, and it was a home-based catering business, and I grew that to have 6 employees, and I kept it until I moved to the States at 18 to go to culinary school, and then a lot in between, but I ended up moving to DC and eventually working with Chef Jose Andres, which was a very important part of my journey, and then growing from there and met a couple of my partners and then opened Colada Shop in 2016.
2016, okay, and here we are, what, almost 10 years later?
Almost 10 years,
and all these new shops. Congratulations, it's really amazing. And
Thank
obviously
you.
We're going to talk about the food and drinks, and of course they're amazing, but also you've become sort of like this community hub. How does it feel to kind of introduce Washingtonians to Latin culture and coffee culture?
Yeah, you know, to me that was a very important thing. In my career at one point I was consulting, traveling all over the U.S. and I kind of, you know, would visit coffee shops and I'm like, I feel like they all feel the same. Like they were a little bit of lack of identity, and I missed the strong coffee, the strong flavors, the music, the vibrancy, and the warm hospitality. That was the key piece for me, and that I wanted to make sure that Washingtonians got exposed to, you know, and bring that piece of home forward. So that's kind of really what was in my mind when I created it, and it was always an all-day affair. I wanted a place that could transition from coffee to cocktails to lunch, not because what ended up happening, I was like working and then I'm like, oh, I'm hungry, I need to go and like come back, and so I wanted a place that was an all-day. It was like that extension of your home that you could hang out, have lunch, have a drink, have a cocktail, whatever you chose to do that day. So that's
we're looking
really
at pictures, and you just talk about this, this energy, and I mean, it really shines through in the decor and the vibe of all of your shops. It's really such a cool place to go.
Thank you.
You brought some coffee with you.
Yeah, so this is
we like it strong.
Yeah, we like it strong. So this is a colada. A colada was actually born out of the revolution in Cuba, and it's ultimately because businesses were forced to shut down. People were brewing coffee out of their windows in a mocha pot. So it was people still had to keep going through the day. So it's ultimately you would add some sugar to create the crema per se, because you didn't have the fancy espresso machines, right? So you were making, again, in your house out of a mocha pot, and then you would share it. So because you would have to grab all the coffee that would brew from the mocha pot. So it's really, and that's why we chose it as the name. A lot of people think it's because of pina colada. We also serve delicious pina coladas. Right. But it's really, for me, was the spirit of sharing. It was creating this one thing that was not just for me, but sharing with others, a moment that we could stop, hang out, take a breather, whatever that meant. And that's the name.
It smells amazing. I'm gonna try a little bit here. That's strong, and it's good. It is really good. I do love Colada Shop, and I love all of the coffee there.
Thank you.
Additionally, I know that giving opportunities to women and immigrants has been something that's important to you. How are you able to do that?
You know, to me, it's really become very much part of my mission, not only through our company itself and making sure that we're giving women the opportunities to keep growing and be in leadership is very important, as well as immigrants. But, you know, I've also done fellowships with American University and with women immigrants and in our food system. I've been in roundtables with former Vice President Harris in regards to the issue, and also serve on the board of the Restaurant Association and regarding her, where we typically discuss the subjects and to make sure that there is inclusion and you know, a better way of living.
That's fantastic. Thank you for doing that for our great city. I should mention that you're part of the Greater Washington Hispanic Chamber. They've got a gala coming up, and thank you so very much for being here today.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
To find a Colada Shop near you, visit coladashop.com.